Hello everybody, thanks for spending some of your precious time on my channel. Today I have a very mixed bag, or rather box, of new houseplants to show you. Now there's lots of different types of plants this time around to discover, and by the way, if you want to know why this pink Aglaonema was so excited that it jumped right on top of the box, well, you will find out later in the video. And when I opened this box, I actually noticed that some plants were wrapped in paper and some other plants were wrapped in plastic containers. So actually we have two teams here. The first team here you can see is Team Plastic, and then the second team, also consisting of 4 players. Let's call this team Team Paper. So let's start with the paper team. That hasn't stolen its name. As you can see, there is a lot of paperwork involved here, but no worries, I will recycle all of that. And the first player for the paper team is this beautiful ZZ Raven plant. By the way, as you can see, all plants are shipped already potted up, which I think is pretty cool. And just look at these leaves, they are so black and so shiny. And it's quite a big specimen too. Now for each plant I will show you in this video, I want to mention the price that I paid. So for this ZZ Raven plant I paid 14 euros. Here we have already the second player of the paper team. This is an Aglaonema white hybrid. And this is actually a very big plant. I think that there's actually 2 plants in this pot. By the way, now you know why my pink Aglaonema was so excited earlier on, because this is her long-awaited aunt from Asia. And for this big plant I only paid 10 euros. I think it's quite cheap. Let me know in the comment section if you feel like it, whether you agree that this is a cheap price. Third up for the paper team, we have this gorgeous Dracaena circulosa mic. As you can see, there are some leaf casualties, I think 7, and if this plant only had 8 leaves on it and it would have lost 7, I would be angry. But I think there is at least 100 leaves left on the plant, so that's not a really big deal. And for this gorgeous plant I paid 11 euros. And I think that it's a pretty good deal for a plant of this size. Now the next plant came to me actually looking like the wrapped head of a bull with horns, as you can see. But once unwrapped it turned out not to be a bull's head, but this beautiful Sansevieria Kirkii copper tone. Now in general I am not particularly interested in Sansevierias, but when I saw this beauty online with a beautiful color scheme, I just had to order it, and I must say, now that I see it for real, I'm not disappointed at all. And for this medium-sized plant I paid 10 euros. Okay, so that's it for the 4 players of the paper team. Here you see them all 4 together, and I think that's a beautiful color scheme, right? So next I would like to introduce you to the 4 players of the second team, which is the plastic team. And the first player for the plastic team is this beautiful Syngonium wendlandii black velvet. Now the funny thing is that this plant was being sold as being a large, but personally I think that it looks quite small. At least the leaves look quite small. But on the other hand, the root system must be huge because they are already trying to escape the plastic pot. And 11 euros is what I paid for this plant. Next up for the plastic team is this beautiful Spathiphyllum sensation Variegata. Now, funny enough, this plant doesn't give me any peace lily vibes at all, but more of an Aglaonema vibe. But anyway, look, by the way, at that new white leaf that's unfolding. I think that's just out of this world. And for this beautiful specimen, I only paid 7 euros, which I think is very cheap. Now, for those who have watched other videos on my channel, you know that it's just physically impossible for me to put any order out there without at least ordering 1 philodendron. So here we have it. This is a philodendron Atabapoense with the beautiful burgundy bottom side of the leaf. And for this plant I paid 11 euros. I would say that's a pretty good deal. Now, For the last player of the plastic team, we have actually a baby plant. This is a baby Philodendron ring of fire. And I think this is probably a tissue cultured plant, but as I mentioned in other videos, I really don't care about that. And for this small baby, I paid 14 euros. I see that a few of the leaves have some browning at the top. Let's hope that this plant will make it. So here you can see the 4 players of the plastic team all together. Overall, I must say that all 8 plants that I received today were in very good shape. And this is even more so the case since these plants were actually stocked for 5 whole days in the depot of DHL. So that's all that I have for you today. If you feel like it, please let me know in the comments whether the prices that I mentioned for these plants look reasonable for you or not. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I wish you a very nice day and hope to see you again on my channel. Bye bye.